What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I get into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, actually, before I jump into things, I want to thank everybody who wished my son a speedy recovery. If you didn't know, I posted on the community tab that I would be skipping last week because my son had surgery. I thought it was the best thing to do, just to be there for him, and after the surgery, I was there during as well. And just to let you guys know, he's doing a lot better. He's now running around. He's happy. I'm recording this on Saturday, so he's excited for tomorrow, which is Easter. So again, thank you all. I really do appreciate it. Now, on to this video. The highlight is that the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Metallic Red will be releasing in 2024. As well, I have some updates on the Air Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined and a lot more from Jordan Brand. We also have a full lineup from Nike, one thing from ADIDAS, and one thing from New Balance. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Official images popped up of Action Bronson's next collaboration with New Balance, which is on the New Balance 990 V6 and is known as Lapis Lazuli. So, the shoes feature shades of blue, navy, cream, and tan throughout, while constructed with leather, mesh, and suede. Utilizing black mesh across the base, we have pigskin suede on the mudguards and eye stays, while teal and silver gray leather appears on the overlays. We have a bit of magenta, which lands on the heels, light blue drapes the tongue labels and heel counter, and then they feature boot-like laces. Other details include Made in USA on the heels, a gum rubber outsole, and baklava branding on the tongues, insoles, and packaging. Currently, we don't have a release date for the shoes. However, they are expected to release soon, and the retail price will be $220. We saw the Lakers home Adidas Crazy One release in February for All-Star Weekend, and now Adidas will release the Lakers away iteration. Now, this shoe was worn by Kobe Bryant during the 2002 NBA Championship. The shoes feature a core black, collegiate purple, and bold gold color combination. Now, going over the shoes a little bit more, they come highlighted with black across the molded upper. We have purple on the liner and heels with gold on the toe, midfoot, and hinted on the heels. Finishing the look is mostly purple on the outsole with some hits of gold. Now, at the time of recording, this pair is expected to release on May 1st, and the retail price will be $150. PEACEMINUSONE's next collaboration with Nike on the Nike Kwondo 1 is known as Panda. Now, well over a year ago, we saw a first look at the shoes, and finally, they have a release date. So, they'll first debut on April 11th at PEACEMINUSONE, and then there'll be a global launch on April 18th. You'll be able to grab them on the Sneakers app. The retail price is $190. Back in November 2012, Nike released the Polarized Pink Air Posite 1. Now, when it comes to foams, this is up there as far as many people wanting to see the shoes return. I still have a pair in my collection, dead stock. I don't think I could wear them anymore, but it would be nice to see them return, and they are going to somewhat. Now, for summer 2023, they're going to release the Nike Little Posite 1 Polarized Pink. So instead of pearlized, it's polarized, and they're not going to be releasing in adult sizing, just for kids. But to go over the pair, they feature a polarized pink, metallic silver, black, and white color combination. Black lands on the booty, while the same shade hits the nubuck across the overlays and eye stays. Highlighting the shoes is polarized pink on the foam posite shell, and then we have more pink on the tongue branding, the 1 cent logo, and swoosh on the outsole. Metallic silver then hits the mini swooshes, hinted on the tongue and pull tabs, and then finishing the look is a translucent outsole. Now, at the time of recording, we don't have a specific release date, but they are expected to debut this summer, and the retail price will be $185. This Nike Jaw 1 was originally known as Phantom, and that is due to the colorway, which is Phantom Action Green, Action Grape, White, laser orange, and university blue. Now it looks like they have a name change and they're now known as Trivia. Not only that, we do have a release date change, originally expected to release at the end of this month. And the reason for the name is due to the insoles. They have a bunch of questions written across it, all relating to Ja Morant. So for the new release date, they will debut on May 4th, and the retail price will be $110. We also have a first look at another colorway of the Nike Ja 1. This pair is known as Light Smoke Gray. So this specific colorway is white, light smoke gray, black, phantom, light bone, and photon dust. Once again, the shoes will come in a mismatched theme. Constructed with the usual mesh, we have white across most of the upper, while black and gray lands on the swoosh logos that wraps onto the heels. The heels are also mismatched. Orange lands on the tongue labels, while Morant's number 12 and his Ja logo is embroidered on the heels. Other details includes mismatched midsoles and shades of gray on the rubber outsole. At the time of recording, this pair is scheduled to release on August 11th, and the retail price will be $110. I've been really impressed with the amount of colorways of the Air Max 1 releasing this year. One of my top Air Max models, and although a lot of them have a lot going on, for me, I like the simple look. Here we have a first look at the Nike Air Max 1 Clear Jade. The shoes feature a neutral gray, clear jade, white, and black color combination. Also, they do have somewhat OG-like color blocking. Instead of using red, we have clear jade used. But to go over the pair, they come constructed with suede, leather, and mesh. White mesh lands on the base, gray suede hits the overlays, and then clear jade lands on the leather swoosh logos, mudguard, Nike branding on the tongue labels, embroidered on the heels, and insoles. Finishing the look is a white midsole and a black rubber outsole. So, at the time of recording, they are scheduled to release on July 21st, and the retail price will be $150. Also, they will be available in men's and grade school sizing. CLOT's third and final installment in their Nike Cortez series is known as Forrest Gump, and that is due to the OG color blocking and was made famous by Tom Hanks in the film Forrest Gump. So, of course, they have their own twist on them, and the shoes have already released at Juice. However, there is a wider release for those that are interested in buying. But to go over the shoes briefly, they feature a white, game royal, and university red color combination, and just like the others, they feature a 3-in-1 design, which can be worn as is or taken apart to become a sneaker and a slip-on reminiscent of a kung fu shoe. So if you want to grab them, they're going to drop on April 14th via the Sneakers app, and the retail price will be $150. In the early 2000s, Nike launched the Air Force 1 West Indies. Now, the shoes celebrate the West Indian Day Parade Carnival, an event that takes place annually on the first Monday of September in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. We saw the OG pair return in 2022 to celebrate the 20th anniversary, originally launching back in 2002. Now for 2023, they're going to bring back the alternate colorway, which originally dropped in 2003. While the details are slim on the release date and the specific colorway used, the original came in white and university gold. So we have pretty much the same theme going on here. White leather runs across the base, the same shade lands on the tongue and liner, and then highlighting the shoes is a West Indies motif embroidered on the lateral side by the heels. It also lands on the tongue, and we have lace dubrays. Finishing the look is a graphic on the insoles with all the small islands of the Caribbean. And then of course we have gold on the heel, liner, and the rubber outsole. So like I mentioned, we don't have a release date, but they are expected to debut sometime later this year, and the retail price will be $150. Back in 2018, Nike launched the Champions Think 16 collection, and one of the pairs part of that collection was the Air Force 1 High Sheed Rude Awakening. This pair is for Rasheed Wallace, and the shoes are inspired by Wallace helping the Detroit Pistons capture a championship in 2004. Now, I didn't expect to see something like this, but we have a first look at the off-white Nike Air Force 1 Mid Sheed, which is inspired by the Air Force 1 High Sheed from 2001. So going over the pair, they feature black patent leather across the upper with Rasheed Wallace's infamous fadeaway silhouette embroidered on the lateral side. Next, we have Rashid written along the off-white text on the medial side and his number 30 on the ankle strap. This pair will also feature the off-white tags and extra laces. Other details includes white on the swoosh logos and midsole, while black spikes land on the rubber outsole. Now, it isn't confirmed that this pair is going to release. It's possible it's still a sample. There are some rumors that they could debut later this year, but that is not confirmed as of yet. But if they do drop, the retail price should be $185, which is also the retail price of his previous drops. If you were on the internet around the sneaker culture in the early to mid 2000s, Fat Joe was the biggest name when it comes to celebrities who collected sneakers. I remember browsing the forums on Nike Talk and just seeing Fat Joe. There's a clip of him, I don't remember where, I think it's from Cribs, where he's licking the outsole. I don't do that even if they're dead stock. That was a whole thing. But in 2004, Fat Joe connected with Nike to create friends and family pairs of the Air Force One. Throughout the years, he's had quite a few different PEs, or I should say friends and family pairs. And just shy of 20 years, the Terror Squad Nike Air Force One Low collaboration will finally release to the public. Now, this is just one colorway so far, and as you can see, it features a simple white and black color combination. Constructed with the usual leather throughout, we have white on the base, black on the overlays, tongues, swoosh logos, hills, and rubber outsole. The highlight of this pair is the TS logo embroidered on the lateral heel and JC, which stands for Joey Crack, on the heel tabs. This pair also comes with white and black laces. Now, at the time of recording, we don't have a retail price nor a specific release date, but they are expected to debut this summer. We finally have a first look at the Nike Air Zoom Generation Purple Suede by way of official images. Now, they do look a little bit different compared to the OG pair, which was actually an exclusive to LeBron James, and he wore them during Summer League 2018. Now, a lot of people have been asking for the shoe to return, and it finally will, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the model, originally released in 2003. Now, I did find it kind of funny because apparently his PE features fire repellent materials, which, I'll be honest, I'm not sure why he has fire repellent materials on his shoes. Obviously, it has to be a gimmick, but a lot of people were upset and posting about that the public release of the shoes won't have that material. Well, obviously it's not. I'm sure that would cost a ton of money and make the retail price jump through the roof. And honestly, for me, I don't need fire repellent shoes, whatever that is. But I just wanted to go off on a little rant on that. And as for the release details, we don't have a specific release date, but they are expected to debut this summer, and the retail price will be $190. Official images just popped up of the Run the Jewels Nike SB Dunk High and the Nike SB Dunk Low. The two pays tribute to LP and Killer Mike, who make up Run the Jewels, and will celebrate 420, which is also Killer Mike's birthday, and the date when LP started dating his now wife, Emily Panic. The SB Dunk High will come dressed in active pink, black, and metallic gold, while the low will feature a deep royal blue, active pink, and blue chill color combination. For the highs, they feature black tumbled leather on the upper, with fuchsia pony hair on the overlays, and jewel swoosh logos. They also come with two sets of lace dubres, one in metallic gold, the other in black. They also feature a stash pocket inside of the tongue, and Run the Jewels written on the inside of the collar flap. Other details on this pair includes a black midsole and a fuchsia rubber outsole. Each pair will also come with 4 sets of laces. Now, moving on to the low, they come constructed with leather and suede across the upper, while covered in mostly blue. Pink lands on the swoosh logos on the panels, and metallic gold fills in the Nike SB branding on the tongue and Nike embroidered on the heels. And this shoe actually comes with a lot of hidden details. So, we have the date 420 on the Zoom bags, Jamali 2010, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is LP's real name, Jamie Moline, and his wife, Emily Panic, who started dating on April 20th. So it's basically a mashup of both of their names. The other insole represents Killer Mike, whose birthday is 4/20/1975. Other details includes a translucent outsole with Run the Jewels repeated text. Also, each pair comes with 3 sets of laces. Now, for the SB Dunk High, the retail price is $140 and the low will cost you $130. At the time of recording, the SB Dunk High is currently on the Sneakers app and scheduled to release on April 20th. Now, there was a rumor going around that I heard that it's possible that the SB Dunk Low could release before April 20th, but that isn't confirmed as of yet. After getting a few preview shots here and there, we now have a detailed look at the April Skateboards Nike SB Dunk Low. The shoes feature a simple turbo green and metallic silver color combination, and to go over the pair, they come with white mesh on the upper and leather on the toe box. Turbo green suede then appears on the overlays, while metallic silver hits the swoosh logos. On the lateral side, we have April's branding by the heel, and then white on the midsole. Finishing the look is a translucent outsole with the brand's rose logo in blue. Also, this pair will be available in full family sizing. Something you don't see too often when it comes to the SB Dunk. And at the time of recording, they are expected to release summer 2023, although I've heard that it's possible it could get moved to fall, and the retail price will be $120. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on the new Jordan MVP, but I did want to showcase some upcoming colorways. The model incorporates elements from the Air Jordan 6, the Air Jordan 7, and the Air Jordan 8. Those are shoes that Michael Jordan wore during his first three-peat from 1991 to 1993. Now, the first pair comes dressed in black and royal, and this is different from the next lineup I'm going to show you because I believe this pair is going to release late spring, summer 2023. And this shoe features a black, white, varsity royal, muslin, and iron gray color combination. Now, moving on to the other lineup, we don't have specifics as far as the color description, and each one of these pairs will debut in fall. So the first one is known as Cardinals. It somewhat has that Air Jordan 7 Cardinals vibes. The other one is known as Raptors. We've actually seen a preview of the shoe already. The third is a women's shoe, which is known as Shy Pink. And then we have a look at the khaki pair, and both of those will release in women's sizing. Like I mentioned, these 5 colorways are expected to debut in fall, and the retail price for each is $165, which in my opinion is really high for basically a team model. I'm not a huge fan of hybrid shoes. There are a few that I do like, but for me, this isn't one of them. On April 5th, the Dallas Mavericks took on the Sacramento Kings, and this is where Luka unveiled his second signature shoe, the Jordan Luka 2. Now, one of the first colorways to be unveiled comes dressed in black and purple. Once again, the shoes come in low top form, but it looks like they're going to be a bit bulkier compared to the Luka 1. As for the tech, the details are a little bit slim, but it looks like they're going to feature an ISO plate for support in Formula 2-3 cushioning. Luka's logo lands on the tongue labels, and Jumpman branding appears on the pull tabs, midsole, and more than likely the heels, although we don't have a shot of the heels just yet. Other details include speckled detailing on the midfoot shank plate and a translucent outsole. Now, the initial launch of his signature shoe is expected to take place this summer. However, I have a total of 6 upcoming colorways that will debut during holiday 2023. So the first one is known as Laser Orange, and that shoe features a laser orange, hyper jade, and black color combination. The next 3 is part of the Team Bank series, also just known as TB. Basically simple colorways that can easily be matched to a uniform. One pair comes dressed in white University Red Pure Platinum. The second comes in white Game Royal Pure Platinum. And then the third features white, black, and Pure Platinum. Now, the next 2 pairs are going to be just regular releases, and one comes dressed in white, black, and green strike, and then the last pair features black, bright crimson, wolf gray, and white. All of those listed are expected to release holiday 2023, and the retail price will be $130 each. Back in March, we saw the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 release, and there's rumors that a second colorway will debut later this year. Now, it looks like Jordan Brand is trying to get more involved in the skate scene, and what they're going to do is they're going to take the Air Jordan 1 mid and released them with a fat tongue, which is similar to what we see on the SB Dunk Low. So we have a first look at one of the upcoming colorways, which features black nubuck on the upper, while the same shade lands on the tongue and liner. Next, we have orange leather on the overlays and across the toe box, while red hits the trimming. Like I mentioned early on, they feature padded tongues, which is, in my opinion, the highlight of the shoe, and they'll also feature an orange Jumpman logo and Air written in red. Michael Jordan's signature is written on the insoles, and then we have a white midsole and an orange rubber outsole to finish the look. Now, we don't have a release date nor a time frame, and we don't even have a retail price, but they are expected to release later this year. Some of these upcoming colorways on the Air Jordan 1 Low are really nice in my opinion. Here we have a first look at the University Blue pair, and they feature a black University Blue and white color combination. So to go over the shoes, they come constructed with the typical leather throughout. We have nylon on the tongues, and then we have blue on the toe box, tongue, swoosh, ankle, and heel. Next, we have black on the panels around the toe, laces, liner, Jumpman on the tongue, and embroidered wings logo on the heels. Other details includes a white midsole and a blue rubber outsole. Like I said, I think these are nice. However, with the Air Jordan 1 High OG University Blue releasing, I'm probably just going to go after those. But if that shoe wasn't releasing, then yeah, I'd probably pick these up. Anyways, we don't have a specific release date, expected to debut later this year, and the retail price will be $110. We have another pair that is inspired by skateboarding, and it's the Air Jordan 1 Low Born to Fly. Now, this pair doesn't feature padded tongues or anything like that, but it's more of the aesthetic used that makes the shoe inspired by skateboarding. So, like I mentioned, the nickname is Born to Fly, and they feature a Cell University Blue, Game Royal, Coconut Milk, and Stealth color combination. Now, they feature leather throughout. White and University Blue land on the upper, while Coconut Milk adorns the midsole and collars. Now, standing out the most is the swoosh logos on the panels, which feature flames. On the medial side, we'll have drawings done with a pencil of skaters and hand gestures. Now, on the inside of the tongues, we have a skateboard with fire, and then on the other one, we have two people reading a book with Just Skate on the cover. Finishing the look is a gray rubber outsole. No release date for this pair, nor do we have a retail price, but I'm expecting this pair to drop within the next couple of months. One of the nicer releases of the month, we have official photos of the Air Jordan 13 Black Flint. Now, we've gone over this shoe multiple times in previous videos, but for some reason, if you missed out on that, they feature a black University Red, Flint Gray, and white color combination. So the overall color blocking is inspired by the OG Flint pair, and basically we have the same shoe, but instead of blue, it's black. They'll also feature 3M reflective material on the panels. Now, if you missed out on the April release dates video that I did, they're going to release on April 22nd, and the retail price will be $200. Also, they will be available in full family sizing, and if I'm being honest with you guys, although the shoes are dope, if you can be patient, these are going to go on sale. They produced quite a bit of them, and if you can wait a couple months, you'll definitely get them below retail. Official images recently popped up of the Air Jordan 7 White Infrared. Now, the actual release isn't supposed to take place until June. However, I was sent a link over that showed that grade school sizing was available on Nike.com. So I don't know if it's still available, but it was last week. So if anybody wants to get them really early, depending if Nike actually does ship them out, you can head over to Nike.com and check it out. Again, I'm not positive if they're still available, but that's what I saw. Now, the shoes are releasing in men's sizing. It's just going to be a bit longer. And for those that don't know, this shoe is inspired by the OG Air Jordan 6 White Infrared, which dropped back in 1991. So I just wanted to showcase the official photos, and if you wear adult sizing, they will debut on June 30th, and the retail price will be $200. Again, if you like them, this is another pair that I feel like it's going to go on sale. That's not taken away from them because they do look nice, but if you can save yourself some money, just be patient. The Air Jordan 3 Lucky Green was originally expected to release on April 6th. That day has passed, and as you guys know, it wasn't included in my April release dates video, and that is due to the fact that Jordan Brand decided to push the shoes back. This pair features a white, varsity red, lucky green, cement gray, anthracite, and cell color combination. So for those looking to buy this pair, the new release date is May 18th, and the retail price will be $200. It's been a minute since I spoke on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Spider-Verse, aka Spider-Man, which is releasing from the film Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse that debuts in theaters on June 2nd. These shoes will release a few weeks before the movie hits theaters, and basically I wanted to showcase the new images because I think they look great. The images, that is, and it really shows off what the shoes look like. Pretty much every angle available, with the exception of the insoles. Now, I remember when images first leaked, a lot of people were upset. They didn't like them at all, but I've noticed that those people are starting to change their minds. They want to buy them. I'm not here to judge if you're one of those that decided you like them. I've done that on plenty of shoes myself. But yeah, I wanted to share the new photos, and let me know down in the comment section below if you changed your mind on them, if you like them, dislike them, whatever it is. Now, for the release details, they are currently scheduled to release on May 20th, and the retail price will be $200. Also, they will be available in full family sizing. Jordan Brand is known for creating various hybrid models consisting of the main Air Jordan line and combining to make a brand new shoe. So, later in the year, we have the Jordan Stadium 90, and earlier on in the video, I went over the Jordan MVP. Now, what was originally expected to debut during holiday 2023 has now been pushed to early 2024, and this is known as the Air Jordan 2-3. Essentially, this is just a hybrid model. The shoes take the upper from the Air Jordan 2 and the tooling from the Air Jordan 3. Now, the first image you're looking at is a mock-up. However, thanks to Jordan Brand's VP of Footwear, Gentry Humphrey, we have a first look at the shoes. So, one of the first colorways is known as Chicago. You can kind of see it on his feet. And overall, this is similar to the Air Jordan 1.5. However, the Air Jordan 1.5 was exclusively made for MJ. This shoe is just a brand new hybrid. But overall, I actually think they look really nice. Probably one of a small handful of hybrid shoes from Jordan Brand that I actually like. The 1.5 is one of them, simply for its history. The 2/3 is dope in my opinion, and if you haven't caught on by now, the Jordan 2 plus the Jordan 3 equals the number 23, 2-3. But yeah, and that's pretty much it on this pair. That's all we know as of now. No retail price, and expected to debut early 2024. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. Do you like the model? In my opinion, like I said, I do. I feel that a lot of OG or older sneakerheads will like them. But again, that's just my opinion. We have some new details on the upcoming Union LA Air Jordan 1 High OG. This is thanks to Mr. Unloved Ones. We now know the month that they're going to drop, the retail price, and the colorway. It is possible that it could get delayed, but this is what we have for now. Some of you may have seen that people are posting that basically the sample of the Union Air Jordan 1 collaboration is going to release, but that isn't going to be the case. Images for this pair have yet to leak. However, they are expected to feature a weave-like pattern around the shoes. Now, as for the details, this pair will feature a cell, wolf gray, muslin, pale vanilla, kinetic green, and university gold color combination. The month that they are expected to debut is August, and the retail price is $200. What I'm hearing from people who actually have seen them is that they're pretty bad. Now, I'm going to reserve my judgment, obviously, until I see them. I don't think that's really fair for me to just take someone else's opinion because we all have our different styles and everything, but I don't know. I'm not too excited about it. And like always, once more information is available, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Quick heads up on the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 Neutral Gray. Now, these are the same images I used in a previous video when I spoke about them. And because of that, a lot of people thought that they were going to come aged. So I did ask around a little bit, and I saw that Mr. Unloved Ones actually posted it before I could report on it, but shout out to him. And it is confirmed that they will not come aged. I didn't think they would, But I just wanted to clear that up. Now for the release info, they drop on October 29th, and the retail price will be $170. As most of you know, I confirmed that the Air Jordan 11 Defining Moments, aka DMP, would return this holiday season for Jordan Brand's annual Air Jordan 11 release. So with that said, the internet kind of went viral because of this information, but shout out to Z Sneakerhead Z. He provided the info. It's good info, but I think that a lot of people were shocked about this, and I don't know, I didn't think it was that shocking just because this has been the normal for so many releases. But this info is that over 1 million pairs of the DMP Air Jordan 11 will release. This will be over the full family sizing. As many expected, this is a full GR. It should be somewhat easy to obtain depending on your size, your area, and stuff like that. I did want to let you guys know that there's going to be a lot of pairs. The specific number is unknown at this point, nor would I trust anybody who says that there's 1.6321, whatever number they want to make up for that particular IG post. But hopefully you guys get my point. So for the release date, December 9th is when they're currently scheduled to debut, and the retail price will be $225. Also, if you didn't know, the 2023 version will feature leather on the upper instead of mesh. Last week, it was confirmed that the Air Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined will feature leather. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the shoes not being aged. I didn't know how they were going to come at that time, but literally 2 days later, I got this information. And then a few days later, I got a little bit more information, which I'm going to go over in this video. But a lot of you suggested that they should release them in leather. And when I was recording the video, I just had a blank. I didn't even think about leather. I thought maybe bringing out the sample pair, which in hindsight probably isn't the best idea. But yes, for 2024, the pair will come with leather. Now, I was provided a little bit more information. Again, this is going to slowly come out, but it's all going to be available. And I was told that it's going to be premium leather. Now, does that make a huge difference to you guys? I'm not entirely sure. And on another note, when I was told premium leather, it isn't confirmed if the retail price is going to come up or if this is just Jordan Brand saying, hey, it's going to be premium leather, but it's just some average grade leather. But that isn't confirmed just yet. And I wanted to just clarify that because when I wrote the article about it and others, they did their thing as well. A lot of people were wondering about the retail price. That isn't known just yet. It could be just the standard retail price, which I would imagine being $210. Hopefully they don't make it like a real nice leather and then charge like $300-400. That would be insane. I really hope that isn't the case. But that is all the new information I have for now, and they are expected to release March 2024. Let me know your thoughts on the pair returning, but with leather, down in the comment section below. So I got some more exclusive information for you guys, and I can confirm that the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Metallic Red will release in 2024. Now, for those that don't know, Jordan Brand, at the time just known as Nike, released a metallic series. We had the green metallic, purple metallic, orange, and so forth. There's quite a bit of them. And one of those is known as red metallic or metallic dark red. This shoe actually released in 1986, not 1985. So in 2024, it'll be 38 years since the original release. Now, throughout the years, we've seen various builds of the shoe. In 2009, we saw a variation of the shoe, part of the Do the Right Thing pack, which launched alongside the green metallic pair. I actually have a sample of that shoe. The retail release had all red on the liner, but the sample features this unique graphic. It's pretty cool. In 2015, Jordan Brand released the Air Jordan 1 Low OG in metallic red. While it isn't an OG pair, they transformed that into a low. And for holiday 2023, it's expected to release in the same color blocking, although the shade is a bit different than the 2015 release, and the actual color blocking on the 2023 release could change. Now, the last time we saw the shoe debut was in 2017. While it wasn't on point to the OG, as far as the build goes, it's the closest that we had so far. So they are expected to come like the original release, which will feature white leather throughout. We have the same shade on the laces and midsole, and then highlighting the shoes is metallic red on the swoosh logos, collar, and wings. Finishing the look is more red on the Nike Air branding, on the tongue, and the rubber outsole. So they are expected to release spring 2024. It's very possible that we see them in February around All-Star Weekend. That is normally when Jordan Brand releases the Air Jordan 1 High 85. Also, the retail price is expected to be $200 unless Jordan Brand decides to do another price hike. I hope that's not the case. I haven't heard anything about it, so fingers crossed on that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below on the Air Jordan 1 High 85 metallic red releasing. Are you excited and do you plan on buying? And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button below. I hope you guys all enjoyed your Easter Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, that is. If not, hopefully you were able to hang out with some family, enjoy your time before the work week gets started. Expect another video on Thursday, possibly Friday. I'm going to be breaking more news in that video. This next one is going to be an interesting one. I'm pretty excited about it. I still have the pair, and I'm going to give you guys a hint. This retro release that I'm going to leak is not an OG colorway. However, the shoes have released before, and I'm just going to tell you the time frame that they could have released in, because I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to be too specific, but I do want to see if you guys want to guess down in the comment section if somebody gets it. And if you do, I'll give you a shout out on the next video. But that time frame is the year 2000 to 2011. So 11 years. Obviously, between that time frame, it's a new colorway, but when they release in 2024, it'll be the second time that they drop. Also, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, also, you can leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.